So I grew up in Smoketown. I was raised by my grandmother since I was 6 months old. You know, she did a really good job of shielding me from a lot of the things in our neighborhood. You know, looking back, I see a lot of other kids that I grew up with that, you know, didn't make it out, that, you know, didn't finish high school or didn't have a chance to go to college or really any of the other opportunities that I was able to take advantage of. My name is Torrence Williams, and I am pushing Louisville to be better at producing racial equity in all aspects of society. I was the first in my family to graduate from college. I went to University of Louisville, majored in industrial engineering. My move out to St. Matthews from being in Smoketown was probably the largest move that I've had. The weirdest thing about getting older and moving from, you know, poverty and lower class into, you know, upper middle class or whatever, you know, you would classify me as, is the idea that, you know, I've gained privilege. And I've realized that I don't ever want to forget how I was brought up. I don't ever want to forget the community that I came from. Both of my parents were both addicted to cocaine. You know, I was hit by cycles of incarceration, cycles of poverty, and really the major root cause when we talk about this of why we have all of these negative effects in low-income communities and communities of color today is when we look at redlining. They were able to separate white families from black families and to keep black families from accessing capital, keeping them from buying homes, keeping them from being able to build wealth. So, you know, if you ever needed an idea of whether or not redlining is still taking an effect, the deed restrictions on the house that I lived in actually said for a very long time that could only be sold to white people. And so then here in my neighborhood of Richlawn, I'm actually one of 2 minorities that lives in our neighborhood of 200 houses, and that's it. If we are as intentional in building these communities up and giving them the resources that they need to survive as we were with intentionally destroying these communities with redlining, we could put away our racial tags and all of the issues that we have in 10 years. It would be completely gone. We have to put pressure on our politicians, on our legislators to make sure that they have enough resources and information and knowledge so that they can have the basic tools that they need to succeed in order to make better decisions. But let's get everybody to that same starting point to make it better for all people.